Yes, sir. What's poppin'? What's good? Welcome back to another one of these things, man. It's Thoughts of a Predicate Winner. And we fixing to get into some Machine Gun Kelly. Listen, man. If you've been around for a while, I appreciate you. Thank you. You know by now, I ain't the biggest fan of homie. I'm not. There's some things that I admire about him, like his allegiance to his daughter. You know, making sure that he's at her games and stuff like that every weekend. That's something that I really admire. I think is really dope. He has a few songs that I think are really dope. I think that he's a really good rapper. I just think that he gets in his own way a lot, you know, and I am good about separating the art from the artist. I talk about that. I preach about that all the time, but he doesn't have enough art. You get what I'm saying? For me, that's just my opinion. It's my 2 pennies. But we're fixing to get into this Machine Gun Kelly Pressure. And this came out after his punk rock era, which I think he still kind of fiddles with and tiptoes with. And, you know, but this was kind of like his return to rap in a way. So I want to go over this with y'all, check this out with y'all, and let's see what the vibes is in 2025. This is Machine Gun Kelly Pressure. But before we get into the video, man, please make sure to smash that like button and smash that subscribe button for me. Help me get in these algorithms. And if you're feeling real froggy, double back, click it again, become a member, be a big dog. All right, man, let's get into it. This is MGK Pressure. And shout out to Daniel. Shout out to Daniel for the request. Hey, it already signifies a different Machine Gun Kelly than what people have been seeing up to this point. Visuals crazy, bro.
The diamonds are symbolic of all the pressure they put on me until I shined. My life is symbiotic with the culture. I could never ever lose the vibe.
It's a crazy way to open a song up, bro. The diamonds the diamonds that I got on, they signify the pressure, bro. They signify the pressure that I've been through. By the way, in case you thought that I wasn't hip hop, I could never lose that vibe, bro. It's part of who I am. I am the culture. What we talking about? I like that. I like that. That's a dope opening.
My life is symbiotic with the culture. I could never ever lose the vibe. Make sure they rolling one up for me, cause it's been a long ride. We doing this one for Money T. Keep his name alive.
Hey. Real dope Cleveland visuals, bro. And for those of you that don't know, I'm not trying to pause this a million times, but for those of you that don't know, he really is. He's a street cat, bro. He's a street dude. That's real. You know what I mean? It's not like some imaginative thing that the labels like put on him. Like, he's really from Cleveland. He's them people around him is really his people. He's really about that life, man.
Hold up. I know how to make an entrance. I'll hop out the truck in the fur with some henchmen. You can skip the introduction. I'm introverted. I don't want your attention.
Hey.
Stand on whatever I say. I'll say it to your face. I don't do it in mentions. I believe God had to put me through hell so that I could learn me a lesson. I was alive.
That's a fact. That's my number one belief in life, is that in order to really find God's favor, to really find God's blessings, and to really know that it's God that's blessing you with that, for you to really find real peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding, I think that you have to go through hell. I think you have to go through hell. I think that God creates soldiers that way. And if you make it through those tests and you make it through those trials, he will use you as a soldier on the front line in his army. And I'm proud to be one of them. Proud.
To your face, I don't do it in mentions.
Hey.
I believe God had to put me through hell so that I could learn me a lesson. I was 11, sharing a bed with my dad, but didn't have a bedroom. In a recession, 6 of us in a Ford Explorer, didn't have legroom. Everything's destined. It was inevitable. I take on his aggression. Mad at the world cause I'm feeling rejected. Guess that I gotta die to be a legend.
Feeling rejected. I guess I gotta die to be a legend. That'll go, bro, because it's true. We don't normally give people their flowers until they pass away. You know what I mean?
Holy shit.
Showing naked ass, C-Town, bring them slabs out.
Open the toilet and took a piss. Open my mouth, I'm talking shit. Open accounts cause this money don't fit in the safe. My account can't count the shit.
Hey.
This look counterfeit. If I wear it, it's priceless, can't count the fit. Stack it up tall as a mountain is. I grow money on trees like a botanist.
When you dropping this?
Right now, I just made the hardest shit I ever heard right now.
Hey.
Wait a minute, look where I was and where I'm at right now. In a plane with no passengers in it, over Cleveland about to touchdown. I got the car keys in the car heart. I don't need them, no, I push and the car start. I got the icing like a Pop-Tart, and I stay spitting fire like a Charizard. I used to be broke, couldn't afford a heater way back in the day when I was opened it for Wiz Khalifa. I just got myself out of a misdemeanor. He said that he wasn't there, I told him that I wasn't either.
It's effortless for him too. Like, he can really rap and it's effortless. You know what I'm saying? So when he does this, if he did this all the time, I would rock with him. You know what I mean? But I don't rock with like the punk rock stuff. You know what I mean? I just don't, dude. And like the persona that goes along with that punk rock stuff is weird. Like, it just weirdo stuff, bro. So like the music signifies who he is as a person. And when he's in this lane and when he's in this bag, I rock with him. I rock with him. I mean, not for nothing, like a lot of people think because I'm an Eminem fan that it's not that, bro. I actually love Rap Devil. The diss to Eminem was super dope. Eminem, I mean, you know what I mean. M did his thing, but it's still it's the best diss ever to Eminem, and it was close. It wasn't no easy battle, bro. I mean, getting Eminem to respond even like that was, you know, to be nodded, to be saluted. So it's not that. It's just, you know, I maybe it's this. I know that he can do this, and I don't understand why he don't just do this. You know what I'm saying?
I broke every bone except my middle finger. Only had a heartbreak once, I won't have two. Free young thug, pour 2 liter. Why is everybody singing like the Dua Lipa?
Hey.
La, 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 la.
Here we go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, we doing this shit one take.
Green light, don't stop.
Go. I wear chains with my shirt off when I get my dick sucked, and she keep it in her throat like she got the hiccups. I ain't talk about no mouth though if we hit the lick up. I don't sell, I used to snort the shit. Open that brick up. I don't give a fuck about who's streaming, pull the list up. I'm a father, look at what I did to raise these kids up. There won't
That
be
beat
a day
is
I need
crazy.
a vest under my zip up, cause every time
That beat is wild, bro. That beat is so hard to me, bro. The way that beat goes, bro, that is so hard to me. And he just found this mellow pocket to just cruise through, bro. Cruise through. He sounds great when he raps like this, bro.
look at what I did to raise these kids up. There won't be a day I need a vest under my zip up, cause every time they try to send a shot, it always missed us. Dude, I hear that shit in real life. I do not fear the afterlife. My cousin tried to suffocate me. He said the voice in his head was Jesus Christ, healing my bruise with a piece of ice. I held on my
Bro, it wasn't Jesus Christ that was making him do that, bro. But that's crazy. I believe that to be a real experience for him too, you know? But if your cousin was choking you like that and said that, it's probably because there was something demonic on him, bro. Like, you know, different subject, different day. But like just talking about that darkness in rhyme form while connecting it to stunting, and this is greatness, bro. I love this 3-beat freestyle that he did, man. This is crazy to me, and that's why I get upset with MGK, bro, because I just know that you got this in you and you don't do it enough.
to suffocate me. He said the voice in his head was Jesus Christ, healing my bruise with a piece of ice. I held on myself when I needed a family. Instead I was left on my own device. Swallowed a pill like a piece of rice. I slept in the attic, had demon nights. That's in a house off Lee Road. I saw my friend's eyes change. Now he just a body with no soul. I bet he got a lot of exes. Look like a cheat code. I had a couple rappers leaving out the spot with their teeth broke. You can see the double R's when I creep slow. You can't have my dick if you can't deep throat. Yeah.
He's really on that vibe about his Johnson, bro. I can live without them bars, but like the rest of this, he's smooth riding through, bro. Like this is good. This is good hip hop.
You can't have my dick if you can't deep throat. Yeah, turn up my voice, make this beat low. I create the wave, but I don't own no beach clothes. Lately I've made a lot of enemies. Lately I've been going through it mentally. So I got a palm and a rock in a pocket in public, protecting my energy.
Come on.
Seriously, you couldn't measure me. My son's been here for a century. We came out of high school together and now we tweaking off the methamphetamine. We thought I was like real up the way shit. You see the double X's?
I gotta imagine, I gotta say it, bro. Like, if I'm a longtime Machine Gun Kelly fan, this had to be the most refreshing drop. Oh my gosh, bro. This had to be the most refreshing drop. Like, man, it is about time, dog. I know it. Because I listen to his music when it drops. It's just, y'all know what I'm saying, bro. That punk rock stuff ain't it, dog. Y'all can say that you like it because y'all like him, but that punk rock vibe ain't it. And that's not what he's great at. His greatness rests. Now, he can sing. Don't get me wrong. He can make dope music that he can even revolve his hip hop around punk rock. And I would still think, like, I would still admire that. But to, like, switch your genre, which a lot of people say that Eminem chased him into that genre. I don't rock with that narrative. I don't. It just looked bad after the battle. You know what I mean? But I also kind of salute that he did it anyway. He could have just done this and been like, nah, y'all got me twisted. And he did release a rap album after the battle. But I just can't for the life of me figure out, like, why he doesn't do this more often. Maybe artistically he just ain't rocking with it. Maybe that's just not his vibe. I don't know. But I know that as a longtime Machine Gun Kelly fan, this had to have been like a breath of fresh air, bro. Had to have been.
We outside, bitch.
It's good. Individuals here are fire. Like, it really is. Like, it's an all around Machine Gun Kelly comeback video. And what bothers me, bro, is that since then, I mean, he might have had a dope verse here and there, you know what I mean? But since then, like, I was expecting I want to see Machine Gun Kelly throw out like a rap album and just bring that core package of who he is, bro. You know what I mean? Like Black Flag. That mixtape to me was crazy. Diamonds and Gold is a song on there. It's called D&G. Makes me cry, bro. The last night that I was on here, and I'll tell you Machine Gun Kelly's fans a story, bro. The first night, sorry, not the last night, the first night that I ever did heroin, I heard D&G. I was listening to it in my truck on the way home, and my life was completely screwed. And I had just done heroin for the first time, right? So I'm like already kind of down on myself, but I'm feeling it at the same time. So I'm driving and I'm listening to Diamonds and Gold, and tears just pouring down my cheek, bro, like raindrops. I felt that song so much, bro. I felt that song so much. It touched me. It touched my soul. And that's what I know he's capable of. I'm 11 years removed. I've been sober for 11 years, by the way. But that's what I know he's capable of, which is why I look at that punk version of him like, why? You know what I mean? Like the immature, like drinking Megan Fox's blood and doing like, dog, you got a little girl. And I know he takes care of his little girl. I know, and I salute it. But dog, she still got to live in this world and in this society where you're her father, bro. And I think that you know what? I just challenge him to do better. That's it. Just be better, bro. Like that's nonsense. And as a father, I just think that you could do it like, as a father, as an artist, as a man that's the same age as me, I just feel like you could do way better, bro. You could do way better at portraying yourself. You could, whatever it takes, bro. And I think that lately he's been on this spiritual journey anyway, blacked out all his tattoos. He's on something, you know what I mean? Not drug-wise, I just mean spirit-wise. Like he's on some kind of spiritual journey where he's trying to find out the truth. He's trying to figure out who he is. Bro, point your aim to Jesus, and I'm telling you, man, your whole life will revolve inside and out, but you just got to put your faith in him. You got to put your belief in Jesus, and everything will transform from the inside out as soon as that Holy Spirit can take a hold of you. Y'all might think I'm crazy for saying that, bro, but I felt called to do it. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I do, man. I think that's really, I think I just figured out what my is with him, bro. What my shtick is with Machine Gun Kelly is that I know what you're capable of, and I believe in you. And I have to watch you drink Megan Fox's blood on the weekends and paint your nails and do long fingernail polish lines and weird stuff like that, bro. And I'm just looking at you like making albums with Trippie Redd. Like I'm looking at you like, dog, you're more creative than that and you're better than that. I want to admire you. You know what I mean? I want to admire Machine Gun Kelly. I can't. But this right here, like for the majority, the most part, the visuals, the artistic ability, the rhymes, the lyricism, this version of him that you see with his homies, like you got a whole flock of people that you could lead. They look to you, they follow you, bro. They're looking at you like their leader. You could lead them to a place of responsibility, understanding, taking care of themselves, taking care of their families, and maybe you feel like you're already doing that. But that version, the punk rock version of Machine Gun Kelly, there is no celebratory ending there. I don't think. I might be wrong, but you know, that's just my thoughts. That's where my head's at.
Throwing L's like real Cleveland shit. You see those double X's? We outside, bitch. Yeah, meet me on floor 13.
He really did give Eminem a hard time too. I admit it. I'm one of them M stands. I'll admit it, bro. He gave Eminem hell. But I don't care what none of y'all say, bro. Killshot was a better diss record. He took everything Kelly said about him, flipped it, threw it back on him, and made it worse. That's battle rap. That's what it is. But anyway, man, I'm done preaching. I'm sorry I preached through that whole ending of that video, man. But I just, that's my gripe. I believe in him. I think that he could be amazing. And I think that he gets in his own way of that artistically. Not separate, like I'm separating the art from the artist. I'm talking about artistically, he gets in his own way. So I don't know, man, but shout out to this one because this song was fire. Pressure was hard. The video was hard, and I would love to see more of it. You know, I would love to. So anyways, man, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to hit that like button and that subscribe button on your way out, and I will see you on the next one. All right, peace. And I can say all that because I know that I've done Machine Gun Kelly videos before, and his fans are super cool. So salute.